Hey everybody, and welcome back. We are here today to talk about, well, first of all, we're Trekyards. Hi, I'm Captain Foley.
I'm Connor Coggins. Hey guys.
I might be important in the future. They might need to preserve me or something. I'm just saying. Anyway, what are we here to talk about today, Samuel?
It might be nothing. It might be everything. And it certainly
That's fair.
It certainly made me go backwards. And it honestly, Stuart, it gave me heart palpitations in a good way, thinking what it could mean, because it opened up a door of possibilities that I did not think was going to be open. But as soon as you say it's a possibility, you're like, oh, actually, if you've got the reins to one of the biggest franchises of all time, well, they went to Daystrom Station, Stuart. We've been teasing it for the entire season. And as they walk through the corridors of Daystrom, they bump into many things. And they cut to this, and it's readable. It's in focus.
Rather ghoulish, yes. I see the body of Captain of the USS Enterprise, James T. Kirk,
and not just like a synth body or the remains. Clearly, a physical body.
Yeah, the remains. They went and got it off Viridian 2.
But maintained as a body. Because it's been like 100 years. Well, no, it hasn't. It's a generation. Sorry, it's been like 30, like 20 years, but kept in a state of a body still, because he could have been cremated or whatever. Like, Kirk is there.
I didn't know how to feel. Like I said, I felt kind of ghoulish, but at the same time, it's like, ooh, that's like planting a seed. You can do so much with that now. Didn't really get a good look at the text, obviously, in the show, because it's quite quick, and blinking you'll miss it. Now I've got a screen cap. It's not super clear. Like, you can read some of it. Talks about the importance of him being the captain of the Enterprise, and then mentions Picard and Viridian 2. And then the very last thing is something Project Phoenix.
And that's clear to read.
Yeah, and what does a phoenix do? It rises from the ashes. Now, does this tie into the Captain Kirk stories written by William Shatner, or Judith and Garfield Reeves Stevens? Because I think in those books it was called Project Phoenix.
But I mean, because remember, he didn't die in Generations. I mean, he did, but he didn't die in the first part of Generations. He actually died on Viridian 3, on a mountain. And as we've joked for 2 decades, Patrick Stewart put him under 6 or 7 rocks. And the coyotes got him the next day. Now, obviously, now it's here. Obviously, Section 31 would say, ooh, hello. We think he was trapped in the Nexus. No one survives the Nexus that we've got access to. And also, he dealt with Vija. He dealt with all these cool things. Let's not let his body be eaten by feral animals on a planet that we don't care about. Let's send our operative on the Farragut and beam him up where no one's looking. Cool, done it. That's it. Because, they got rescued within, a day or two? I mean, I think that's perfectly reasonable for the body to still be there. Holy hell. So if we cut to the next picture, by itself it could be an Easter egg. But then at the end, they've also got the body of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, which has been proven to be entirely essential to the scenario. Now, given the fact that Picard's already dead and has come back, the Data has been dead twice and has come back. Is this not 1,000 billion% telling us that Terra Mortalis said, you know what, I didn't like how Generations ended. I'm going to undo Generations. And I'm going to bring back William Shatner to play Kirk, who still looks great. We'll see that in a minute. Because if you're doing the final TNG movie, what a cool way to end the TNG movies with the first TNG movie. And, 91 years old. We keep saying, get him while you can get him.
92 now.
Exactly.
92 now. His birthday was yesterday.
Yeah, on filming this. I mean, imagine getting to write a scene with Picard and Kirk together. Now I've said it. Of course he's going to do it.
I mean, it would be great to see. I doubt it's going to happen.
I mean, but they've shown us the refit Enterprise, the A, and the Connie. They've saved money every step of the way. There's also changelings, so he could be a changeling in fairness. But
he's just setting up in his continuity that the events of these William Shatner novels happens. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, but then he goes on dates with Janeway or something. There's lots of weird connections with the Voyager
that's
cast.
right too. Yeah.
There's loads of weird stuff with the Voyager cast. It's weird. Mirror stuff as well, I believe. But I mean, this feels too obvious now. Because if it was just a record of him, you could say, oh, it's his possessions. It's a body. It's a body.
Like I said, it's kind of ghoulish. And now it's like, how many captains do they keep on file? Like you said, this one could be because he was in the Nexus, and he's Kirk. It was basically time travel to the future through the Nexus.
Yeah, study the Nexus through him.
And was Section 31, doing its thing? Fine, that explains that one. Picard, obviously, he was Locutus. He had a Borg connection. Lots of reasons to keep Jean-Luc Picard body around.
Well, and also, why bury it? If you're a super secret organization that values things, put in cold storage. Grab it, cold storage. Any of his DNA, you have... I mean, I could see the logic there if you don't care about morality.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's displayed so blatantly on this thing on the door. It's like they're not trying to keep it secret. Is this the Section 31 wing of the Daystrom station?
Well, it's the computer core. I mean, it's the important secret stuff.
Yeah, you got to assume that not everything in there is Section 31 has got their hands on it.
But also, how would you know unless you're Section 31? They'd all just be secret research. Unless you're there, you don't know. It's all just the same level of cool.
Yeah.
Because they're all in the same doors. And again, put Kirk next to a Tribble.
There'd be no Tribble at all.
Because we've also, part of the season, obviously Picard is about we can bring people back to life from the dead. But they doubled down in the way that, this is important to mention, they explicitly said in Discovery that no more golems were made. Well, there was Lord Data Sung Lol synth organic that was made after Arik died. So obviously they can now invent another one because they've already broken that with another one. It might not be identical to Picard, but they can make a body to put someone's brain in. It's now been established extra, right?
Yeah. This was an odd one to see, but very important in the grand scheme of things, because literally so many stories can be told at this point with this.
Because here's how they look now. Because that was Shatner within the last 12 months. They actually both look sort of in this shot equally aged. Which is funny because William Shatner's 15 years older than Patrick, 91 versus 83 or something. So he's significantly. He actually looks younger, really, but about they've aged about the same. But I mean, he can still talk, act, sing, go to space. So he can be. I just feel like we're going to see this now. Now it might only be for one episode, because talk about the last episode being here's a scene, because if you're the showrunner of Trek, you can retcon stuff. If you're the guy that brought back Kirk, and logically, I mean, not to say that obviously Shatner will keep doing it more and more, obviously, but who was really happy with his death? If you recall, Shatner was told, "We're killing you with or without you. Do you want to be in it?" It's like Deadpool with Ryan Reynolds. We're doing Deadpool. Are you in? Are you him or not? Make the choice. A bad script, either him or not. So,
you know what Section 31 has planned? They're going to combine Picard and Kirk DNA to create this
James McAvoy
ultimate Captain Shell, and then they're going to go and get consciousness of Sisko from the Celestial Temple, and Sisko's going to drive a Kirk Picard suit, be the ultimate captain, the ultimate Starfleet captain. That's what's going to happen.
And then there'll be an Archer AI to talk in his head like Jarvis.
Yeah. It's funny, when I first saw the Picard in this episode, by the way, I didn't mention this earlier. I know this is kind of not on the topic. But anyway, regardless, when we saw it as a person, I'm like, is that future guy? Because I thought they might tie that in somehow.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's Archer, yeah. It is Archer.
It's a side discussion.
He's got Bakula's back because he's playing future guy. It's like, what?
Scott is Bakula. Get it? Back? Yeah.
But there is something to be said, though, for Frontier Day celebrating the anniversary. Imagine if Kirk shows up. Talk about a distraction.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey.
And then it'd be really a version of Kirk. And then they either, presumably to kill him or to use him. Ironically, I could even see Shatner being open to be a villain. Oh, can you imagine if William Shatner, Captain Kirk, is actually the face?
Yeah.
The villain of Picard season 3 is Captain Kirk.
He's just still forming his final form, and that's like his half melted.
Well, no, I didn't know. It's a representation. It's to hide his identity. But can you imagine if literally the villain of Picard is Kirk?
That would be stunning.
Because thing is, Shatner's an actor. If you give him evil Kirk, because he's changeling brought back to confuse and to screw people over, because then he did die. The real him died, and he can be back as this. Wow, that'd be great. And just one episode, that'd be fine. And oh my god, and then you have Kirk versus Picard, each part in different ships. Because honestly, guys, we're running out of years this could possibly happen.
Yeah.
And if you have,
they're not going to do that. But you're so optimistic. I was like, they're running out of years. They're not going to do that. They're not going to get Kirk and Picard back together.
Did you think they'd bring Ro back? Do you think we'd see the Connie?
I didn't give a shit if they brought Ro back.
But you know what I mean? Like, these are things you wouldn't have necessarily put money on, and they happened anyway.
They're not going to bring Kirk back. I wish they would, but they're not going to.
The setup feels too obvious, though.
It's not, though.
And you wonder why people say it gets better. This is how you next level the next gen reunion.
Maybe.
You next level it.
But then
it's all been set up.
No, then you're stealing all of the glory from the next gen crew having it be their send off by having Kirk show up, because it's like it's the same thing that they did with the end of Enterprise. Sucked all the good stuff out of it because TNG stole its thunder. No, they're not going to do that.
But if you've given them 9 episodes with great material, you can't undo that with one great guest appearance. I know what you mean, but there's so much good.
I suppose. You're just too hopeful. You're too optimistic.
It's because I see the I see the reuse of sets as money saving.
Yeah.
And one episode of Shatner is going to cost a lot, but if you save money there, it's just. If you want the symbolic way of changing, screwing up the Federation, you get back the first hero that everyone knows. It's really kind of connects in a narrative way. Anyway, I'm oddly confident, Stuart.
You're wrong, but that's okay.
I sense something in the wind.
Guys, comment down below what you think about this idea. Did you notice this? What do you think of it? What do you think where it could go? Let us know in the comment section. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any content, and click that bell notification icon so you doubly don't miss any of the content, including our lives, where you can come and hang out with us and chat with us in real time.
And while you're there, super chat your thoughts. We will read them, we will say them out, we will discuss, and you can entirely derail a conversation. We love that. It's great. It's fun. Or you can jump back, do you remember that thing in episode 1? And we're like, no! But you've super chatted, we're going to talk about it. Or, of course, you can super thanks. The same thing, but entirely different. But it has super in the word. It lets you support this channel by putting any amount of money on any video from any of the years of any of the things we've done. My goodness. Well, hey, help if you can. Or monthly, Patreon, or join the channel on YouTube. That join button! Click it, see what the perks are. And just keep tuning in, saying hi, and being part of the community we've built here, which we love!
That's right. We do. So until next time, he is Commander Cockings.
He is Captain Foley. Bye, guys.
Bye. I hope they don't freeze me. That'd be awful.